What's good? It's your homie Big T. You are officially listening to the podcast that brings you the latest in music, news, and fashion for the 419. That brings you the latest in music, news, and fashion. And of course,
while you grinding, 419.
Yes. We are officially back. We took a little hiatus, had to go and pay some bills real quick. But we are back. Episode 6. It feels so good. And yeah, man. New location, new feel. We got some new stuff that's going to be coming to
big energy.
Yes, big energy. So we got a lot that is going on. Miss Shay, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling great.
It's Friday. Is it Payday Friday?
Oh, yeah. Everyday payday. If you got your hustle right, I love that.
Listen, let me go ahead and send you a cash out request. At least $4.
I got 50 cents.
Hey, well, that give me 50 cents closer to $1.
Listen.
All right, we got a lot here going on the show today. First of all, we have our guest, one of the hottest female DJs in the city, and I'm going to manifest, not just in the city, but global, okay? Not local, but global. We got DJ Bri-Z in the building.
Hello.
Yes. We were chopping it up with her in just a few moments, but of course, as we always do, we have to keep you plugged into the news. This is where we tell you what's going on in the latest in the city and around our country. So first things first is a college coach cuts the entire volleyball team. Yeah, this is a juicy one, okay? And this comes from Grambling State University. So I'm a little disappointed. You know, I love my HBCUs, right? So Grambling State University's new head volleyball coach, Chelsea Lucas, has decided to cut the entire team. KSLA reports Lucas notified the 19 players about the roster change on Monday since she has been the coach of the team since February. GSU Athletics Commission's director, Brian Howard, said athletic leaders knew Lucas will be making some changes to the roster, but not to what extent. He goes on to say it's her decision to make, and she's got some quality players coming on board. I think 13 or 14 are coming on board, so I hate to say it, but out with the old and in with the new. Yeah. According to players, Lucas called individual player meetings and told them that their scholarships would not be renewed. So players are currently scrambling to find another program to transfer to in the offseason.
Okay, so what happened? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I mean,
because
I don't know.
It had to be something. Are they on academic probation? Were they not showing up to practice? Like, you mean to tell me you really about to take all these kids' scholarships?
Yeah, and they cut the whole team. So, and, you know, with thinking about the story, you know, a lot of kids, you know, especially them, they depended on volleyball. And that's their, you know, that's how they were paying for college. So now they're trying to find some different ways of paying for college. And paying for college is not easy.
Not at all.
Not at all. So, yeah, but hopefully, you know, things work out for them. And, you know, hopefully Grambling State switches up some things because that's not cool. All right, on to our next story. Oscars reveals that Will Smith's punishment for slapping Chris Rock. Okay, so the Motion Picture Academy on Friday banned Will Smith from attending the Oscars or any other Academy event for 10 years following his slap of Chris Rock at the Academy Awards. The move comes after a meeting of the Academy's Board of Governors discussed a response to Smith's actions. It is unclear whether the ban would apply to future nominations. So my question to you guys is, do you feel that Will Smith's punishment was too harsh, or do you think it was just right?
I understand that each, you know, there's rules, regulations, you know, ways you could move. I honestly feel like they're moving off of the responses from a lot of the members.
Right.
Me personally, I feel like, you know, give them a warning. You know, he don't have no right. You know?
Right. Yeah. And I think, you know, with Will Smith, he's having to keep up this good image for so long. Yeah. So I feel like just one mistake, like we just went and was overboard with everything that he was doing.
And that kind of shows you wrong place. You know, you have to move a certain way, and there's consequences for when you do lose your cool. What he did, you know, he's human. I'm not about to sit here and be like, oh, he was so wrong, just throw the axe at him.
Right.
But at the end of the day, that's them people's platform. So however they decide to move forward with it, I mean.
Absolutely. If it was the BET Awards, it would have been cool. It was.
Time and place for everything. Maybe not, but it's a time and place for everything.
Hey, we probably would have been cool with it, But you cannot do that at the Oscars. Okay.
I feel like he had his own reasons to defend his wife, and she did publicly acknowledge she was going through like alopecia, and she had just learned that. So maybe he felt like she was offended by it, and he wanted to protect her. But
okay, I understand him wanting to protect her, right?
I feel like he's doing too much for her because she's not reciprocating that.
It's the fact that, hey, if your husband done put himself out here to protect you, ain't no way you should have came out with a public statement saying you ain't agree with what he did.
Exactly. That's why I feel like he's doing way too much for her.
Any public statement should have been, I stand by my husband, and that's all I need to know.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Now, how she felt, for real, after that, okay, y'all deal with that at the crib on the way home. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, babe, dang, I wish you could have did that. But publicly, after this is a public global situation, and you come out talking about
it was a professional setting.
Right.
Definitely a professional setting.
Girl, JB needs to sit at the red table.
No, she needs to be at the altar, okay? At this point, confessional something.
Yeah, she take a court.
Yeah.
She regular call court on communion. You know what I'm saying?
Something to chill out on. All right. Well, in positive news, we want to say congratulations to Rogers graduate Zaya Cook at South Carolina team. They won the national championship.
Yeah, that was huge.
Yes, big.
That was very big. It says Dawn Staley hoisted the championship trophy high and strutted around the court. It stopped for a brief victory dance. She handed over the hardware to her South Carolina students, and then went mid-court, of course, for the celebration. They ended up beating UConn 64-69 to end the Huskies' undefeated streak in title games. It goes on to say that we had Ms. Henderson scored a career high of 26 points. Aaliyah Boston added 11 points and 16 rebounds. And Gamecocks handed Geno Arimas Huskies their first loss in 12 NCAA title games. Starting guard Zaya Cook, who won 2 state championships with Roger Rams, added 11 points of her own, along with 5 rebounds. So shout out to Ms. Zaya Cook, and shout out to those ladies winning the championship, the national championship. And it's so dope to see people from Toledo doing positive things, especially our youth. So we definitely, got to keep supporting our youth in big ways, because you never know what they're going to do.
That was huge. And I'm new to basketball.
Yeah, that was big.
So the fact that there's, female basketball players, and I want to highlight that because the females don't get that shine that the males do. Right. And if they do, it's only like during the college time, high school. Once they get out to WNBA playing pro, it's almost like, okay, they're there, but they don't get the same limelight.
Right.
The same support.
Or even the same treatment. I remember, I think it was last year during COVID.
Yes,
they went backstage. Yes. It was so different, just from like the food they got, the weight room, the hotel accommodations for the women players was definitely much different than what the men players were getting. And they went on to TikTok and social media and expressed their concerns, and it changed. They had everything that they needed. So shout out to
the workout room compared to the men.
Yes, it was.
Like it was literally.
It looked like Planet Fitness, if that. Like it looked like it was not very. They didn't even try. They said it looked like they gave them the leftovers from the men. They gave them and pushed it into the ladies. Yeah. So the fact that these women, and she's a woman now. She's no longer a high school student. She's in college, and our whole team went and dominated that tournament, like that championship. That was dope. And the fact. We can say from Toledo. Come on. Feels good. We got a lot of good stuff coming from Toledo. Yeah. Well, since we're talking about females speaking up in the business, we got Miss DJ Bri-Z in the building. Something about Mud Talk. What's good, DJ Bri-Z?
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
It's a dope vibe in here. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Lexi.
Thank you.
Many Faces, Mud Talk. Y'all doing big things, so it's a pleasure for me to be here.
Yes. Now, so tell us all about you. I know about you. We know about you. Tell our viewers all about who is DJ Bri-Z.
All right, so I am DJ Bri-Z, female DJ here from the 419, Ohio.
Hey.
I started DJing in 2018.
Okay.
And a lot of people ask, like, what made you get into DJing? Mm-hmm. And I love music. I've always loved music. I've always had an old soul. Mm-hmm. And at the time, I was working 2 jobs. I was working at ProMedica in the ER full time, and then I had a part-time job at AutoZone.
Okay.
And you know, you get in those modes where you're grinding, but you're like, I need something else that I know I love to do. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that I wasn't passionate about those 2 jobs, but I just knew it was something else I could be doing that I know it's out here.
Right.
So I literally sat with a pen and paper, just writing down different ways I can make some more money. Okay. And what do I like to do? Music was at the top of the list. Okay. And y'all, people don't believe me when I say this, but, you know, I didn't go to school, college. I didn't go to college. And I didn't even know that you could go to college to be a DJ, right? Okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know the radio DJs, most of them have college, you know, experience, backgrounds, degrees, and that's how they got into, you know, radio, broadcasting. And I was listening to the radio and I heard a mix. And I heard the DJ, and I said, hey, hold on. I think I want to do that, you know, and that's it. Literally started from there. It started from an idea. I had no idea that it was going to
blow up and
push into something that, you know, that was how it is now. Right. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I made a post actually on Facebook. Shout out to Donald Ray Shine.
I love him.
Yes, Blaze on
Yes. We got him on the show.
Yes, definitely.
One deal, bro. Shout out to him and his wife and family. So he responded on a post and he got in my inbox. Mind you, like, we grew up. That's bro, you know. So he like, I got some people I can link you with, and he started tagging some female DJs. Okay. Let me tell you, out of all these female DJs, only one really responded. And and it was exciting to me because I didn't even know about them. Right. You know, and I'm just like, oh, we have female DJs. I'm getting the inboxes like, hey, you know, I'm thinking this is what I like to do. Mm-hmm. You mind, you know, sharing some pointers with me? Could I, you know, where do you DJ at? I'll come, you know, support, come look, you know, see what's going on, see if this is really. No one really responded except for Alicia Figueroa. Okay. I think she's going by DJ Dynasty now. I'm not sure. And she's like, yeah, girl, come on with me. Like, this is what I'm going to be, X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, okay. And her energy was just awesome. Like, her energy out the world. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know if I'm ready for all of this. Like, girl, and then body banging, you know, she has a appearance of herself. Okay. Like, that she has a look, you know. And I'm like, I'm a mom. I can't, you know. I ain't got, you know, so, but she was, like, very openly welcoming, you know. Like, this is how it is. And then I also had shadowed a DJ that was at, y'all know where Red Crab is now. What was that? Used to be Bunkers, I think. Yes. Yeah. So it was a DJ that was there that Sean had put me on to. He like, hey, I know you get off at 11:30. I was working 12-hour shifts. I was working 11 a.m. to 11:30 p.m.
So you have been a hustler. Okay.
So he like, hey, I already went and started putting a word in people's ear. Can you be here on these nights when he don't mind that you come? And I'm like, for real? I'm excited. So I'm arranging with my babysitters, like, you know, because I'm a mom, you know, and of course, people don't think, you know, club life, parenthood, like, hey, us parents, we get it how we get it, you know. And I shadowed, oh my gosh, I feel so bad for not remembering his name at this time, but I shadowed him one night. Okay. And he was up on the platform, and that night, I was like, yeah. This is what you want to do. The way, and I don't know if it was, I think it was a mixture of where he was in the club, like you could see, you know, and I never had that view in a nightclub before, you know, and I'm not a club goer, so I wasn't thinking I was going to be, I just wanted to learn. Mm-hmm. And the way the lights from the computer and the board and everything was just hitting, I was like a kid in the candy store, like, yeah, I started looking up online, like, okay, shit, which one I'm going to get first? And over time, shout out to DJ Elweez, Lance.
Shout out to DJ Lance.
Yes, Lance. He was a huge help, like for me starting off, just understanding. Shout out to Deval Overton. He was working at Guitar Center, so he helped me make my first purchase. So once I really figured that's what I wanted to do, I had to do piece by piece because I'm a mom. I had to, And my first big purchase was that speaker. I got one speaker, a Guitar Center. I spent like $3 something. No, I had got a discount, so it was like $2 something on that speaker. But to me, that was still it was an unexpected expense, and it was huge because I had my babies with me when we went and picked it up from Guitar Center, and they was all in the backseat. And I remember I snapped a picture, and all 3 of them is like lined up looking at us as we putting it in there, and I'm like, I just made this purchase. Like, this big old 15-inch speaker. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it yet because I don't have my soundboard yet, but I just knew that I wanted to make that investment.
And not realizing you're investing in your kids' future at that time.
Yes. Yeah. And y'all it took off from there, and over time, shout out to Roach, DJ Knots. I'm just naming some people that I know have sold in. Oh, most definitely Big Lou.
Yeah.
They have been a part of my growth as a DJ. Like any questions I have, like tech-wise, I don't know what this software is, you know.
Now, with you being at that, obviously, being a woman coming up in the industry, did you ever feel any type of intimidation or pressure or anything, being that, being a DJ was kind of like a male-dominant industry from what we see? Did you feel any pressure?
See, I'm always I'm confrontational. So I'm not one to shy from, away from things. So I was like, I'm not going to say I was ready, but I'm just like, y'all better leave me alone. That's how I'm in my own lane. I ain't bothering nobody. I'm just trying to find my way. I didn't even think I was going to be DJing in a nightclub. Then actually what made me shy away from it was almost all of the DJs, once they started seeing that I'm, asking questions, posting, I want to say the first gig that I got was, what was that? The silent party for the kids out at Garden Lake. Okay. Kavina and them had threw it, and it was 3 DJs. Okay. Me, DJ Loyalty Tearz, and Nate. Okay. Nate Walls, DJ Banger. Mm-hmm. And ever since then, it was like we all locked. That was all of our, we both were the new group of DJs coming in, and here I am, the female, so we have been locked since then. That was our first event together. And seemed like after that event, I don't even remember what it was that even for Kavina to reach out to me to book me for that. But it seemed like that first, I did something, I think I posted something on Facebook, and all of a sudden, Kavina hit me. Literally the next day somebody else hit me. Then the next day somebody else hit me. And I'm like, do you understand? I don't have nothing like I got a laptop. I got a speaker. So then I'm like, okay, boom. I got people that's wanting to book me, and I had to go make a decision on what type of board. So I got a nice, it wasn't inexpensive board, but I just want to make sure it's brand new, had a warranty on it. Pioneer SB3 was my first board, and I still use that board because I'm little, and it just fits me. Right. And that was my first board, and I just kind of got thrown in there. So it was just one event, and then one event, somebody like, oh, I see you DJ here, so we show, and then it just literally started rolling to where I'm literally like, okay, I gotta buy this now. Okay, now I gotta get this. And I wasn't expecting for it to just come full circle. And when I say since I started DJing, like even my first summer was just booked. And I'm just like, oh, okay, this is what we doing now. So, that's dope. I love it. It's a passion of mine. When you already love music, that's why I tell anyone, anytime it's something dealing with music, just go for it. Try it. I tell people all the time, just buy you can have a mix board at your home. Right. And just get on it. It can be stress relief. Once you get on that board and you start blending songs and you just get creative. And I remember I had somebody when I was at, so I ended up getting into the nightclubs.
Glad you said that because I had a question about that. I'm gonna
Go ahead.
So with that, I know you originally used to DJ in the nightclubs and you no longer do that. What made you make the transition from the nightclubs to not doing that anymore?
Because I never really was a club goer.
Okay.
You know, so it was something I was doing to get acclimated to this, you know, DJing. And I had a few males like, oh, well, you ain't gonna be no DJ if you ain't, that's where you get all your people. You gotta be in the club. That's your exposure.
Right.
And I want to say that did kind of contribute, but then I also had to think like, no, it really didn't, because I didn't even start in the nightclubs when I first started.
Right.
My first go around of clients. It's just what you make of it. And me being so I've talked about this publicly before, but being an attractive, and I'm not trying to sound like conceited or anything like that, but being an attractive female DJ is hard. And you have men who, I get it a lot, and you would think I'm like, y'all don't know about the greats, you know what I'm saying? Right? These female DJs ain't new. But they act like they've never seen a female DJ before. And I've had men literally almost try to like come behind the table. Like in the night setting, people are intoxicated. Yeah. Right. And it's harder dealing with men and even females in that type of setting. So I've had like some awkward moments where I'm like, no, hey, you got to get security, you know, oh, but let me just, you know, you got to respect my space. Like, it's a table right here, or it's a booth right here. You can't come behind here, you know. Right. Well, let me just, you know, let me get your number. No. Then you got the females who are insecure, or suddenly became insecure that night. Their husbands, boyfriends, boo things, sneaky link, whatever.
Not the sneaky link.
This is Toledo.
Listen, they literally, genuinely are coming up to me trying to find a song for this female. And they can't think of the name or something. So if you sitting down at the table, a female sitting at the table, and he over here for like 5 minutes and just talking and now she calling her, texting her homegirls and stuff like, man, this DJ, now you came in here smiling, now you mean looking and X, Y, and Z.
And I'm not even the problem.
And I didn't catch on to it until somebody actually, it was like a bartender that put me on game, like, because the girl was up there on her phone talking. She's like, Bri, like, what's wrong? I'm like, he was requesting a song. He ain't know the name. He was trying to play a song for her. Like, I'm trying to help him figure out the song. You know, we see here, like, so we go like, you know, how people. So it just became, like, I got burnt out. Because when I tell you, I was DJing 6 nights a week. I had between 2 and 3 venues in rotation here. Oh, wow. And at first, I was able to leave full-time job, you know, to DJ. I'm making, at first I thought it was cool money until I got exposed to how much people make out of town and other venues and how much the bars are bringing in, you know, all right, 125. But for me, I'm only working 4 hours. Right. You know what I'm saying? 4 hours at 125, 6 nights a week. My baby's asleep. To me, it worked for me. You know what I'm saying? I can replace full time, you know, working an 8 hour, 10 hour shift, make that in 4 hours. Ain't got to worry about a babysitter, you know, besides, you know, it's different having a babysitter at night than finding a babysitter when your kids is up. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right. Somebody, family member pull up, just watch kids, they sleep. Don't let them walk out. But I got burnt out. With the night scene. And then I ended up getting engaged. And it was one instance where, you know, I used to try to promote where I was DJing at. And I had an ex pop up. And I'm like, and I just knew it was because I had posted, you know, where I was at. And you're not going to get away from stuff like that. But then once people just, if you're in the same spot all the time, then people ain't, you know, and I'm like, I ain't got time. Let me just, let me rotate. And I'm glad I made that decision because I love the private gigs. You know, I have contracts. I move a certain way. You know, most of the people that I have been with me since I started. and they literally just stick with me unless, you know, I'm not available. So I don't really have a lot of trying to understand, you know, explain how I operate. I remember I had to book somebody here, and when they booked me, and I had it plain as day in my contract how I move in regards to deposit. I don't pull up if I'm not paid already.
I feel it.
Because I've heard so many stories from men, and I'm like, y'all men, like, what you mean they ain't pay you? Like, heck, man, no, I could never. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm little, I'm hauling big material, but shout out to my husband. Ever since we've been together, he's been making sure he helped with my setups and breakdowns. You know what I'm saying? But when I was single, I did have a few little things that would come help, you know, when I was single. But other than that, it's me. And I could not picture me loading my car, unloading my car, setting up,
and then having to do
and you ain't got my money.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I had somebody try to argue with me, and I'm like, but before you book me, I always make sure you understand my booking. You know, I require final payment so many hours before the event, etc. Require a deposit.
That's what's up.
You don't have to move forward with booking me if you don't like to move that way. So it's the day of your event, and I'm asking you where your payment at. Don't expect me to be in your parking lot.
She said, you don't like the way I move, don't book me.
Okay.
I love it.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it. Well, we're
going to let you your boundaries, period.
I'm going to let you hold that thought real quick, because we have a little segment here called Tips for Tea. It's one of my favorite, segments,
Yes, put that in there.
Well, Tips for Tea is where I give you 5 things on what you should or should not do. And this time, we are talking about 5 things on what we need to stop doing in the hood.
Okay? In the hood?
In the hood.
Oh, sorry, why the hood?
Because, hey, we can't get better. We don't tell them. If you knew better, you'd do better.
Exactly.
They don't know better, because I'm going to tell you better. All right, so here we go. Tip number 5. Stop leaving your garbage cans at the curb 2 days after garbage day. Bring them damn garbage cans. Yeah. Okay? We tired of seeing the garbage cans floating around in the street. People almost get into accidents. Bring your damn garbage cans in.
All right.
Okay? Here we go. All right, number 4. Let's start rolling through the hood with loud music after 9 p.m. Okay? My babies got school in the morning, and they can't sleep because they TikTok in their bed to your loud music blasting Cardi B. How they supposed to go to sleep when they doing the Wild Side Challenge in bed? You know what I'm saying? So, no. So, start rolling through the hood with loud music after 9 o'clock.
This can't apply to the South Side. They turn that music down until 9.
We need to figure out.
I'm grandpa hours. I agree. Like, my household don't turn down to 11.
Listen, I ain't got time.
I have teenagers. We just get in the house at 9 o'clock. We the ones rolling down the street with the loud music.
All right, number 3. I love my people, but let's start barbecuing on the front porch. All right, put that thing to the back. And I'm going to go ahead and give y'all a perfect example. When I was growing up, my granddad thought it was a good idea to barbecue on the front porch, and somebody came onto the front porch and stole our meat right off the grill. So, all I got to say is,
not no meat, baby.
They came and stole the meat off the grill.
He
tried to go in the house and get the BB gun, and it was too late.
It was too late.
It was too late. So, yeah. All right. Number 2. Let's stop leaving the Coke 45 bottles at the light pole. Okay? Let's give our people a proper way of respect. You know what I'm saying? Send some balloons off, do a nice little, repast. But we don't need the Coke 45 bottles at the light pole. Okay?
Oh, my
Love y'all.
gosh.
But let's do this. All right?
I don't know about those.
And number 1, for all my people in the hood, I love y'all, but I need y'all to get some curtains on your windows, twin sheets. Okay? We don't want to see any of the Power Ranger sheets or the twin bed sheets. Go ahead, go to At Home.
Hey, they done nailed them boys
They done nailed them boys up because they plan on leaving them there permanently. But I need y'all to go to the At Home store, Walmart, and go ahead and please just go ahead and put some blinds up there.
Now you talking about the hood. So how long go to At Home?
Dollar Tree got blinds now.
Dollar Tree, Dollar General. Hey, when I first moved out, and I got my little apartment in the hood. Hey, guess what? I had me a twin sheet up there, but then I went right on to Wally World and got me some blinds. It was boom. It was cool.
Yeah,
okay? Just because you live in the hood don't mean you gotta look like you live in the hood. Okay?
Right.
And there you go. And those are my tips with you this week.
Oh, you hit some things.
That's usually how we do with the tips.
We gonna need security moving out of here.
They'll be all right. They know what it is. I'm gonna talk.
He got it.
Not the light pole.
Hey.
Not the Cold 45.
I mean, if you gonna leave me some bottles at my
I would have said stop throwing the sneakers on the lights. Yeah. Oh yes. People still do.
I mean, if you're gonna leave bottles at the pole, let it be top shelf at least. Okay. We don't
need Cold 45.
We don't need that.
I understand it goes back. It's our culture, but that's a lot of money in that bottle for you to be. And it don't first.
No, it may be empty. They be empty, but it's not littering.
They pop that and be like.
And it's an African tradition of called libation, and that's what we do when we want to pay respect to our ancestors. But
so you really about to say us in the hood know about that libation?
No, because if they did,
that sounds too close.
A couple things, okay?
You know what?
We not gonna go there.
You gotta do that with 6 with T. You gotta explain. You gotta go back and run it back so you can understand what what.
We gotta go back.
Oh,
all right. So DJ Bri-Z, before we let you get up out of here, go ahead and tell the people how they can get in contact with you, how they can book you, or anything like that.
All right. So my Facebook page is basically it's easier if you put in Bri-Z.
Okay.
You'll see Essential Vibes Entertainment. You can go to that page. That's my DJ page. You can send a message with booking details. I always ask that you be, clear. I need a date, how many hours. People hit my inbox say, I need a DJ. I'm like, okay, well, what do you need a DJ for? How many hours? So have that in mind. The events do matter.
Okay.
I charge more for certain type of events, birthday parties, and regular parties, book signings, things of that nature. They're all the same price, but of course, weddings and they're a different price. So just be specific, and I would love to provide the vibe for your event.
Yes, there we go. All right.
Thank y'all.
Yes, before you get out of here, we got another game we like to play with our guests called This or That. Couple questions because we at that timer where our guest has to go. She's a really busy woman, so okay. Here's my couple questions. So, and again, it's this or that. So you choose which topic versus the other.
Okay.
90s R&B music or 2000s?
Damn. 90s.
I'm definitely
a 90s baby.
Definitely a 90s baby. Jagged Edge or 112 then?
What?
Damn, you gonna throw me under the bus?
I think you can see on the camera.
I'm going Jagged Edge.
See, I know I like you. That's fine. So when's your birthday?
Next Friday, April 29th.
Oh, Taurus in the building. Okay. It is Taurus season, so shout out, happy birthday.
Thank you.
All right, heels or J's?
J's.
Definitely, okay.
I'm flat-footed. I
like to be comfortable.
Don't work. They hurt.
Yes.
They ain't my type of party.
All right, so a night out on the town or Netflix and chill? She like them reels where you Netflix and chilling and then it's closed on the couch.
I literally on my Facebook, like 3 days or 4 days ago was a memory from like 3 years ago. I was Netflixing and chilling at my husband's house when we were just dating though. And them Netflix, and I was like, they went from Netflix and chill to married. Like, we really did. Like, but now that we're married, we got the Netflix and chill out the way, night on the town.
Okay.
The way Netflix is going up in the price.
Ain't no customers and subscribers right now.
He gonna be acting out Romeo and Juliet around here.
Hey, for real.
All right. So last question, flight or road trip?
Hey, can you be more specific? Like, how far? How far is we driving?
Let's go
3 hours.
8 hours.
8 hours. I can tear up the road. I like to drive.
So do you prefer like the vibe or do you like the flight of
music?
Okay.
No, as long as I got some music, and I love a sunroof.
Oh yeah.
I put the sunroof. I had the sunroof open in the winter. Okay. I like
she like me.
So
okay.
As long as I got some music, that 8 hour trip ain't nothing. I just be.
It'd be a concert.
It'd be a concert. I be in that driver's seat.
The kids should pay me. I'm driving you safely. I'm entertainment too.
Yeah.
Listen.
Provide all food, snacks. Yeah, the kids should pay me.
Ever since COVID, flights aren't the same.
Not
I'm so irritated when I fly because it's always that nasty person that's you hacking and all that. Where your mask at?
And now the mask mandate is not even a thing anymore. So it's like
even on flights, it still is required on flights.
Yeah, on flights, yes.
But yeah, I've kind of burnt out with how they moving, and then they talking about they was gonna move differently. And ever since I was one of them people still catching flights, but it wasn't no space in between people. They
not at all.
Man, you was overboard, like shoulder to shoulder, person being knocked. I'm like, dang.
Don't let you be on the
I'd rather
right on top of you.
Hey, don't sleep on.
I love me some spirit flights. I mean, it gets you where you're going, but sometimes the spirit flights, you might become the spirit depending on which flight you want. So you got to be careful. I didn't have some rough spirit flights, and I'll be like, man, it's like I'm on.
They don't bother me. I just enjoy the spirits. Okay.
Yeah, spirit. I had one spirit flight that offered liquor too. I was surprised.
Okay.
Yeah.
They all do. You just have to pay for them unless you bring your own on like I do it. Before takeoff, I'm asleep already. So
I can get a shot. Okay.
I like this.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, DJ Bri-Z, for coming through. We appreciate you so much.
Keep up the good work. Shout out to y'all. Y'all doing major things. Y'all stay with this.
We are. It feels good to have so much support, though, too.
Yes.
Y'all most definitely got support. And even if you don't see that you have support, do it anyway.
Absolutely.
Because it's for y'all.
Yeah.
Right.
And when it's something you already have a passion about, it don't matter of the response that you get from other people.
Right.
And we moving in this society where everybody is looking for views. Everybody's looking for, okay, if you want to post it, post it.
Right.
Follow your instinct. Follow what you want to do.
Right.
People will shy away. You got people that purposely turn their head just because they see it's something you're doing.
Right.
And they may have wanted to do it. Instead of getting motivated by it, they decide to, I ain't about to look at that. They ain't talking about that.
Hey, y'all will eventually we'll blow up. All right.
I think what people fail to realize, just like, Burger King, McDonald's didn't stop Burger King from developing their career, and then Burger King didn't stop Wendy's. You just have to go for yours, and if you're passionate about it, I feel like you'll bring to the table what somebody else didn't.
You have your own vision.
Yes.
It might be similarities there, and a lot of times people forget. You and a person across the street can have the same idea in your head. It's about when you execute it, how you execute it. And just because you see someone else do it, a lot of times it's timing.
Right.
I don't know where our culture done came into this point, like, is she trying to do what I'm doing or doing that could be something that person been thinking about since they was like 12.
Absolutely.
But they just didn't have the resources, they didn't have the time.
The knowledge, yes.
And it's always going to be somebody who's doing something similar to you. I don't care what is you doing. I mean,
make yours stand out.
We can say radio. I mean, we have so many different radio stations, but guess what? You might play country and I'm playing hip hop. That doesn't mean that we
y'all both can play hip hop. What's the difference?
What's the difference?
And we got, I gotta get ready to go, but before I go, I just real quick because I just want people to stop feeling like everybody. I know we need to all. When I think of come together, that means support each other.
Yes.
But we got so many people that won't even support because they upset somebody didn't join them or didn't do this. Like, it just might not be the right time. That person still might, circle the block for you, or, you got a program that you're running this at this time, and you see somebody over here doing it. Y'all don't need a few because y'all ain't together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Still, both y'all do what y'all need to do. Y'all flourish. That opportunity may come, or that timing may come where y'all do come together and collaborate. But even if y'all don't, there shouldn't be any animosity.
Right.
still y'all both giving in y'all ways that y'all want to give, and you can still pull up on them like, hey, how can I help you today? You know what I'm saying? What you got going on, I can help.
And don't worry about the people who don't support you. Just worry about the ones who do support you.
Yeah, so that's what I'm telling y'all. I don't care if y'all don't have nothing but 2 viewers every time y'all get on here. Y'all stay doing y'all thing because y'all doing the dope
2
thing.
times into 12.
I told Lexi, listen here, it's a nice vibe. It's not, how would I say it? It reminds me of, like, you can just come kick off your, take off your book bag, relax your feet. That should be it.
On down to the Mud Talk beach.
Hey,
okay. Many faces, just in here remix.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all gotta get an artist and the engineer on that ASAP.
I like that.
Hey, and make sure DJ Bri-Z get the track.
Oh yeah. Okay.
All right, y'all.
All right, thank you, DJ.
Okay, right. Look, put that in the text messages. We gonna send that to y'all. Thank you for coming through again. We enjoyed you.
Coming through, we appreciate you.
Yeah,
We gotta go.
anytime.
We gotta go and pay a few bills real quick. But before we do that, we have a music video we're going to show. She was a guest on our show. We have Spider, Shawanda Johnson, new video called Mood, and we go.
Spider.
Baby, I don't know what to do. Who got the keys to your heart? No keys needed, push the start. I'm feeling you. You got me testing on my body. Tonight, I'm in the mood. And you gon' stay right behind me. Oh yeah, we have to move. Please touch on me. Kiss on me, yeah. Please touch on me. Kiss on me, yeah. Daddy, tonight I'm gonna call you Daddy. Got me driving all the way to the valley. I'm in the mood tonight, baby, she ready. If I was drowning, would you save me? If I was lost, would you find me? Did you wish upon a star? 'Cause here we are. Bon appetit, baby, hope you got an appetite. You got me touching on my body. Tonight, I'm in the mood. And you gon' stay right behind me. Oh yeah, we have to move. Please touch on me. Kiss on me, yeah. Please touch on me. Kiss on me, yeah. My music focus on my business. You got me caught up in my feelings. Somewhere when you touch me, my eyes roll back. When you leave me, I be doing them all. If I was drowning, would you save me? If I was lost, would you find me? Did you wish upon a star? 'Cause here we are. Bon appetit, baby, hope you got an appetite. Touching on my body. Tonight, I'm in the mood. And you gon' stay right behind me. Oh yeah, we have to move. Please touch on me. Kiss on me, yeah. Please touch on me. Kiss on me, yeah.
Yo, that was Shawanda Johnson's new video called Mood. Shout out to Spider Shawanda Johnson. She was our guest on our podcast episode a few weeks ago. And of course, she's always one of our favorites to have on the show. Make sure if you are looking to get your kids into any dance classes that you hit up Fame Studios, located at 2610 West Central Avenue. And just so y'all know, all of the classes are free this year. So if you got any kids or any adults who want to take classes, all of the classes are free. You ain't got to pay nothing. Free 99.
That's dope.
All right, that's what's up. All right, so we do have what we like to call our shout out section. This is where we shout out any local businesses in the area. You have any local businesses you want to shout out?
Of course, my kids' team, Injustice Dance. You know, y'all looking to bring the kid on the dance team. We are a traveling major ed team, so you can look us up on the Injustice Facebook page. Or text or call 419-827-8255, and I will get those messages and I can lead you where you could go. So.
There you go. And I want to shout out Little Village Academy. Shout out to Miss Lexi Sims for doing an amazing
most
thing.
Definitely.
Make sure you get in tap with her. She's located on Airport Highway. So if you have any kids who are in need of any daycare or needs to be in preschool, anything like that, make sure y'all get in contact with Miss Lexi Sims over at Little Village Academy, y'all. All right. Anybody else want to shout out?
Not that I can think of.
All right. Well, I'm going to shout out the Impact Program.
I was just, yeah.
Got to shout out the Impact Program. Shout out to my staff. Shout out to Mr. Akira. Shout out to Mr. Devin. Shout out to all the parents at the Impact Program. We are doing some amazing things. We're actually getting ready to head onto the road real soon. We are going to Nashville for the HBCU tour. So that's going to take place June 12th through 15th. So we're going to be hitting up Fisk University, Tennessee State University, and Meharry Medical College. So we're doing a lot of dope stuff down there. And yeah, my babies, they know I love them to death. Even on my days where they get on my nerves, they still my babies, huh?
Yeah, okay.
So, all right.
And again, if you have kids who are interested in those programs, I believe it's 6th through 8th grade?
6th through 12th grade.
6th through 12th grade.
Yes.
Feel free to contact 419-827-8255 or the Impact page.
Yes, go on to the Impact Program of Toledo on Facebook. You can like our page, hit us up, send us an inbox or anything like that. Registration actually for season 11, because we are our 11th year doing this, which is so crazy.
Yeah, right? That's great.
Season 11 registration begins in July, and then we start interviews in August, and then we begin programming in September. If you want to donate to the program, you can also go to our page and you can donate, whether you want to donate snacks or donate towards a trip. Anything that you guys would like to donate, we are truly grateful and appreciative of.
All right.
Our
419. 419-827-8255.
There you go. All right. So it is time for what we call our Love Advice Corner with Miss Shay Renee. Miss Shay Renee is always giving us some amazing love advice. And so what love advice do you have for us this week?
So this week's topic is loyalty versus faithfulness.
Ooh.
I feel like it's a big controversial topic because a lot of people have their own definition of the two. And then a lot of people get it misconstrued what each means. So I'm going to give y'all my take on it, and I'm asking y'all feedback. Of course, you can always comment, call us, text us, however you see fit. So, again, loyalty versus faithfulness. Loyalty to me is treating someone with respect, admiration, and consideration.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me. It's an action of allegiance, being there for being someone's support when needed, not just when it's convenient for you. Whereas faithfulness to me is fidelity, showing fidelity, being true to your word, upholding promises. It's an act of commitment, whether it's in, a relationship or a business relationship, a personal, a friendship. Faithfulness can be applied all the way around the board.
Absolutely.
Now, would you say they're the same thing?
It's loyalty and faithfulness. Loyalty goes a little bit deeper to me than faithfulness.
I believe so as well.
To me, loyalty means, like you said, like it's not just about showing up, but it's also about being supportive. To me, faithfulness just means, you can show up, saying how you want to, but it doesn't mean that you're necessarily loyal. So I feel like there's definitely a difference between the two. I would prefer someone to be loyal.
Versus, I agree.
Because you can show up and still be a liar. That don't mean you're loyal. So that's me though.
So yes, definitely. Now let's hear your thoughts in the comments or text us and let us know your take on the topic. Again, you can text 419-827-8255. Call however you see fit. I like to hear your feedback and let me know what you think. Yes,
and go ahead and put those comments in the comment section below so we can go ahead and get your comments up on the air real quick. But this Friday is one of my very, 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 very favorite Fridays. This is what we call Fuck Your Feelings Friday, or we like to call #FYF. So Fuck Your Feelings Friday is basically where, we have everything that has been built up from the beginning of the month. And sometimes you just need to let that ish go. Okay?
Let that shit out.
Thank you.
If you on this live right now, drop it in the comments. Who would you like to say fuck your feelings to? I know for me it's been a long week. I've been getting into situations with people back and forth, but it's all about me taking my power back and making people respect my boundaries. So
absolutely.
Fuck all y'all.
Fuck everybody who don't respect boundaries.
Yes.
And you know what? I think that is something good to say, because I actually was thinking about this yesterday, is why do we, and I can't say as far as we, well, because I won't say necessarily me, but why is it that as adults, sometimes they have a hard time respecting other adults' boundaries?
Definitely.
I never understood that. Never understood. Why do you think that is?
I just feel like people are very selfish, and it's what they want, when they want it, how they want it, and they don't care how you feel about it or how it affects you.
Okay. I think for me, as far as people not respecting boundaries, I think sometimes people are just so concerned about what they want and not necessarily about how the other person will feel. Mm-hmm. So like one of my things, I would say this, it could be petty. It is what it is. I have a friend that if they don't answer the first time, if I don't answer the first time, they're going to call back. I hate that. Like, stop doing that. Respect my boundaries.
Maybe
okay?
I'm busy. Send a text.
Maybe I'm busy. Send a text and just say, hey, call me back when you can. But I have a friend who will call and answer. And I'll just be like, when I answer this phone, you better not say what you're doing. Like, this better be a 911.
Drop everything, come quick, Craig in trouble. Okay.
The Batman signal is in the sky type emergency. So, one of my boundaries is like, when you call, if I don't answer, just send a text. Say, hey, call me when you can. But I feel like to keep calling until you answer, that's not respecting someone's boundaries.
Right.
So, I always wonder why, as adults, why do we have a problem of respecting the people's boundaries?
I feel like it's instilled in us as kids, because a lot of our parents didn't do that growing up. It was more so they had that, when I say jump, you say how high mentality. Facts. Versus, internally I may be dealing with this, or I may be, trying to understand this emotion, but yet you're demanding something out of me that I can't quite fathom at a young age.
Right.
So I feel like we were hindered in those areas, and then a lot of our parents still are in that mindset, even, though we're adults. To where, because I had a situation, I was like, I'm cooking dinner for my kids, and my mom wanted me to do something. I'm like, give me a couple seconds to finish, putting this together and doing this. Oh no, do it now. And it's like, okay, I dropped everything, came quick, moved it, but then you still sitting there to where by the time you came back, I could have finished what I was doing.
Right.
Like,
yeah, that's true. That's very true. And I think also too, it goes back to, as a society, we don't know how to disconnect. Like, we don't know how to take time to just sit down, breathe, be in silence. Or sometimes, like for me, like one of my things that I like to do when I've had a busy, and people don't understand this, I deal with kids all day long, from the sun up to sundown. And when I get home, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear shit. Like, I don't even want to hear the dog breathe. The dog better be quiet. It's time for a doggy melatonin to go to sleep. So some people have a hard time with, like, phone on do not disturb, or sometimes on the weekends I may not answer. I'm like, dude, like, I've been connected all week long, and not even just dealing with kids, but dealing with adults, their parents. So, I've noticed that as a society, we have a hard time with just disconnecting, just saying, you know what, like, let me not even bother him this week, or let's take a break, you know what I'm saying? And we are adults. With my friends, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Even though we're friends, we don't need to talk every day. No. Like, we grown. We got bills to pay. We can make a date to go get brunch and mimosas and pick up where we left off. But I don't need to talk to you or see you every day. That's just.
And as a parent, I get it. It can be hard to disconnect. I'm a mom with 3 teenagers.
Yes.
Two of them have jobs. I have my own job. So it's like, I can't really turn off my phone until everybody's in the house. But then, trust and believe, lately, after a certain time when all my kids are home, my phone has started becoming on Do Not Disturb, and that's a feature I rarely used before, but
I use it.
I idolize it now because
Apple has the sleep feature too.
Oh yeah, you can program each. So in each setting, it is the setting to where if my kids do call more than once, then I know it's an emergency situation. But other than that, if you are not my children, you are not getting through.
So yes.
So fuck your feelings about that.
Yeah. So all the people who don't respect other people's boundaries, fuck your feelings, and I need you to go seek therapy, please. And it actually works out because in 2 weeks we got Jasmine Pope is on the show as a specialist and therapist. She'll be on the show on May 6th. She's going to come to us and talk to us about everything mental health and how she got into the mental health field, and also the importance of talking about Black mental health, because that's something that we do not discuss. So continue to leave your comments in the section for FYF. Before we do anything else, we do have one more video to show you guys. So we have an artist. This is what we like to call our Mud Talk Artist of the Week. His name is Tearz Johnson, and this is his new video. So make sure you go ahead and check it out, and we'll be right back.
What's going on again? It's Big Tearz kicking it with your favorite cousins at Auntie's house.
Hey, yo, kid, it's a vibe.
Zay, can you turn that up a little bit?
I usually spend my nights alone. Since I came home, you're the only girl that I've been on. Girl, I love your soul, I'm tryna snatch it to my songs. You know I like it nasty, let me eat it through your thumb. Now you see what I'm on, usually spend my nights alone. Since I came home, you're the only girl that I've been on. Girl, I love your soul, I'm tryna snatch it to my songs. You know I like it nasty, let me eat it through your thumb. Now you see what I'm on. Girl, I'm just tryna make it. I'm not wasting time, cause ain't no time for faking. Digging out your body, girl, I love the face you making. You look good in them clothes, but I'm tryna see you naked, yeah. Take your time with me. I'ma give your body everything that it needs. Make you weak in your knees. Buy what you want, cause you know it's on me. Making you come to your body on E. Fuck you to sleep, yeah, I'm playing for keeps, yeah. You know I like it nasty, so baby, make it nasty. I like it when you ratchet, but I love it when you classy. You know I got stamina, I'm going back to back. Baby, you know that I'm ready. Throwing it forward while you throw it back, yeah. Look me in my eyes, tell me come and get it. This ain't no one night stand, you know that I ain't quitting. If they don't wanna see you happy, tell them keep their distance. Baby, I've been sipping. Did I forget to mention I usually spend my nights alone? Since I came home, you're the only girl that I've been on. Girl, I love your soul, I'm tryna snatch it to my songs. You know I like it nasty, let me eat it through your thumb. Now you see what I'm on, usually spend my nights alone. Since I came home, you're the only girl that I've been on. Girl, I love your soul, I'm tryna snatch it to my songs. You know I like it nasty, let me eat it through your thumb. Now you see what I'm on. You know I'm a nasty nigga, climb on top, get nasty with you. Hold that position like you taking pictures, bust it down the middle like you would a switcher. Fuck it with me, that's a new beginning. Keep sweat type of man, yeah, I love the women. Penetrate the soul, now she catch a feeling. Clean it all off like she washing dishes. Girl, put your body on top of mine. Right by your neck, look you in your eyes. Arch you when you out and out, see your spine. Put my tongue in your ass, I ain't wait no time. I'm a grown ass man, I don't play no games. And I can tell from your body you in need for a change. First time you fuck, I can feel your pain. Girl, you should've went to college with a good ass brain. Take a deep breath, cause your heart beating fast. Gripping your waist while I feast on your ass. Go deep in that pussy, just not do the dash. I'm throwing it forward while you throw it back. Look me in my eyes, tell me that you love me. Might make you mine's only if you lucky. She playing games, it's in the discussion. You better be lucky if I let you suck me, cause I spend my nights alone. Since I came home, you're the only girl that I've been on. Girl, I love your soul, I'm tryna snatch it to my songs. You know I like it nasty, let me eat it through your thumb. Now you see what I'm on, usually spend my nights alone. Since I came home, you're the only girl that I've been on. Girl, I love your soul, I'm tryna snatch it to my songs. You know I like it nasty, let me eat it through your thumb. Now you see what I'm on.
What's good, y'all? That was Tearz Johnson's new video called Usually. Make sure you check in with him. Make sure you tap in. We'll be sure to post his video on our YouTube page, on Mud Talk YouTube page, as well as on our Facebook page, all right? All right, so make sure y'all tune in on May 6th at 8 p.m. for our new episode of Mud Talk. We'll have, like I said, mental health specialist Jasmine Pope in the building.
Yes.
She'll be coming through to talk about everything mental health, Black mental health, giving us the self-care tips and everything that we need. Of course, I'll be back with Tips with T.
And I'll be back. I won't be doing a love advice, but I'll be doing something pertaining to mental health as well.
Hey, that's what's up. All right. We want to say thank you to everybody who tuned. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Miss Lexi.
Yes. Make sure y'all go ahead and tap in with her. Like I said, if you need any child care needs or preschool needs, please make sure y'all tap in with her. But yeah, we will see y'all on May 6th. We want to say thank you to everybody for supporting us in this new transition. We kind of called it, Mud Talk 2.0?
Oh, yeah. Revamped, revitalized, and we here.
And refreshed. All right, y'all. We appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all in a couple weeks. And here's a word from our sponsor. We'll see y'all later.
Because it didn't show up.